What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Starburst FX Filter from Prism Lens FX. As you may notice, I am wearing some very shiny items today. I have a very shiny set up, and that is so that I can accurately show off exactly what the Star filter does. So I'm going to show it to you now. It's a 77mm filter. It does rotate, and now I'm going to put it over the lens, so it will be on the lens for the rest of the video. You'll get to see what it does. Alright, so now the filter is over the lens, and you can see in the background we've got these lovely kind of stars in the shininess. They glitter. They are 4-pointed because I have the 4-pointed filter. There is also an 8-pointed version on the website, so it's just twice as many lines in the stars. And I believe other brands like Tiffen has a very famous star filter. I believe they also have a 6-point filter and a 16-point filter, but don't quote me on that because I was not shopping for Tiffen. So in this video, I will show you the example photos that I have, but a lot of them are just going to be kind of random street photos or even just not great photos that show the effect of the filter. I'm not going to have a lot of portraits with the filter in action because I've been taking a lot of portraits in the daytime and it doesn't show it off very well. And most of the photos that I show you are going to be street photography and night photography and just a few kind of random like texture photos that just show you what the filter is capable of because it really does produce some amazing results. This is a disclaimer as well that I haven't used the Tiffen filter, I haven't used any of the alternatives, so I'm not really comparing this filter to anything. I'm mostly just reviewing the effect of the filter and the uses of the product in general. So without further ado, let's get into it. In terms of versatility, I would give this filter, maybe like a 7 out of 10. You can shoot with it in all lighting conditions. Like if it's super bright light, it just produces a really different effect. I'll show you a picture that I took with it on by accident. I forgot that it was on my lens and I did a little shoot. And the first part of the shoot I had the filter on, and so this is kind of what it looks like. It just sort of blurs the light. It's almost similar to the Dream Effects filter, which I will review in the future, in that it gives you this kind of hazy, diffuse look. It's hard to get sharp lines, but that can be a really cool look. It can almost give like a film appearance to a photo. So it does have an effect in all lighting conditions, but it has the desired effect in very specific lighting conditions. And those specific lighting conditions are very, very bright individual points of light. So Christmas lights are perfect, but tiny sparkles like the ones on my eyelids aren't quite right. They're a little bit too small, they're not quite bright enough to get caught by the filter and turned into little stars. If a light source is too big, like these bits here, they won't get caught and turned into stars, but they can look kind of diffuse, which is why in bright daylight you get this really diffuse, interesting, dreamy look because it's catching all of the light at once and turning all of them into stars, which just makes this kind of like hazy line effect. If you want to take a picture of the sun shining on the ocean, that's gorgeous. If you want to take a picture of city lights twinkling in the distance or Christmas lights twinkling around, those are gorgeous. If you want to use it in daylight and get a close-up shot on the catch light in a person's eye, that catch lights can sometimes turn into a little star, which is super gorgeous. What I originally got it for and the concept that I still really want to shoot is if you're shooting, some big, bold, vibrant jewelry like something like this. And then each one of these little things will get like its own little starry twinkle. In preparation for this video, I did take it out and do a dedicated street photography session using only the star filter. And I didn't take it off the entire session, and so I did get some really cool photos out of it. Like I got this one of a statue of the Virgin Mary, and you can see the little glittery stars up in the lights above her, which I think makes a really, really beautiful effect. I love this photo. And then a few others that just have a really interesting demonstration of the way that it interacts with light. I tried a few alternatives to this filter, not alternative star filters, but just alternative like photography hacks, I guess. So I tried to do the old dental floss trick where you like put dental floss over the lens and like crisscross it so it kind of mirrors the star filter effect. Light apparently, skids along the dental floss, but that didn't work. I also tried the star bouquet trick, which is where you get a cardboard disc and you cut out a pinhole in the shape of a star, and then you use a really wide aperture and shoot through it, and it makes every point of light into a little star. But none of them really gave me the desired star filter effect. What gives the star filter its effect is actually really cool. So it's a crystal pane of glass, and then it's got this crisscross pattern that is scraped into the glass, and the light travels along those ridges and creates those stars. So unless you can actually just get a pane of glass and scratch it up yourself with a precision cutter, I don't think you're going to be able to replicate this effect without the actual filter. A lot of the photos that I've seen that use a star filter, I think, have either been enhanced in Photoshop or otherwise just exaggerate how much it actually does. Because I was expecting, every bit of glitter on my eyelids to be a beautiful little star, and it's actually very hard to get that effect. It's very hard to set up the lighting for that and make that actually happen. And I actually, I've done a few shots where I'm just, tell them to dress shiny, and only the biggest pieces of glitter actually capture the effect. I would definitely recommend this product to videographers because the more motion there is in the stars, I think the more lovely they actually look. When they're moving, it just looks so much nicer. So yeah, if you're a videographer, you shoot a lot of music videos, you shoot some interesting conceptual stuff, this would be a great filter for you. It's actually kind of inspired me to want to get into that kind of thing a little bit more. We'll see how that goes. I wouldn't really recommend this for a photographer who shoots almost exclusively in daylight outside. I've been there before, and I just don't think that you're going to get a whole lot of bang out of this one. I think if you're looking for something that will make that kind of dreamy diffuse effect, that you should get the Dream FX filter instead, or an alternative to the Dream FX filter like the Cinnabloom filter. Final thing is that this filter does feel fairly durable compared to the other filter that I have. The Dream FX filter feels very thin, and I know that if I drop it one time, it is just gone. Whereas this star filter feels a little bit sturdier. I feel like if I drop it, it'll still be gone, but maybe if I drop it on carpet, it'll be fine. It also came in a more fun case. Usually they come in a Prism Lens FX case, but this one came in a hard-bodied case, which I honestly prefer. I don't know if I just got this hard-bodied case because they were out of the Prism Lens FX cases, or if it's because this product needs to be kept in a different kind of case. Not sure. It does make sense that it would need a hard-bodied case because sliding it in and out of a case might accidentally scratch the glass, and that would interfere with the Starburst effect. So I don't know what the meaning behind that is, but I would personally recommend keeping this in a hard-bodied case as opposed to a soft wallet. If you're hoping to buy this filter, I would definitely recommend buying the Pro Kit instead of buying it on its own, because the Pro Kit comes with the kaleidoscope filter, which is also awesome and also really fun to use, fun to experiment with. So I hope that review was helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for my future review videos. I think I'm going to be reviewing the Dream FX filter next, so stay tuned for that. I know I talked about it a little bit in this video, gave you guys all a taste of what it can do, and next week I'm going to really delve into it and into what I've found with it. So stay sharp and don't forget to keep shooting. I'll see you guys next week on Monday.